Hello guys, we're going to start here in just a second here. Just going to share the link. I know it's been a hot minute since we've done some LLW stuff, but I really wanted to get the next Contenders tournament lined up. And wanted to give people time to put in match requests for the next event. The next primetime event, I mean. Alright. Alright. Alright, we got a interesting lineup of wrestlers here for this Contenders tournament. Now, this is the second one we've done of four that I have pre-planned here. Basically, all four of these. No worries. There's time. I mean, you can submit it whenever. Um, but yeah. So for those of you who haven't followed LLW stuff, basically when we first formed the big event that we did for LLW, there was guys that had to be left out due to slight improper planning on my part, and those guys were enough to do four 16-man contenders tournaments where the winner gets a shot at the LLW championship. We did one. Brian Cage won. He lost to Rick Rude, who's still champion after all this time. And now we're gonna hold a second one here. This is part one. We're gonna do the first round in this one, and then in part two we'll finish the tournament. I already set it up, so we don't like unlike last time around, we don't have to worry about that. Um, and so here's who we got. First off, we got New Jack going against Sami Callihan. Then we got Enzo Amore going against Chad Gable. Then we got Naoto versus the Patriot. We got Brian Pillman versus La Parka. Alex Shelley versus Robert Gibson. Mike Sanders versus Brian Christopher. The Mountie versus Kevin Von Erich. And then De Niro versus Baron Corbin. So we got a colorful cast of wrestlers here. And we're going to open things up with New Jack and Sami Callihan. And let's see how this goes. Winner moves on to the next round. Ooh, I didn't check the... I hope the song is there. The theme song. We'll see. I should have checked before I started. Oh, sweet, got the right song in. Very good. It's not too late. I for TWN stuff, I plan on doing 2 more World Tour events before doing the season conclusion kind of thing. So you got plenty of time, because the booking of the World Tour events is going to take at minimum like a whole month. So anything you book between now and then is good. So if you want to even book a little bit ahead on some stuff, so you can certainly do that if you want to save the energy. Because so far this season, I know you've only done minor league events, a minor league show. So I would understand that you want to try to sneak in a little bit before the season. And just as a reminder too, all big pile drivers. As a reminder too, all the promotions would be eligible for the climax event to determine the season champion. But the standings you get determine how many reps you get. So if you're last place, you only get 1 rep, which will probably be my promotion.
2, 3.
Because it might affect how off-season's approach, but I actually plan on cutting all my pay-per-views. I look through my pay-per-views and I'm feeling meh about them. I'm not really satisfied with how they look at the moment. I might do chair shot. I will say this, I actually might do a couple international incident events, 8-match pay-per-view events. I might do a couple of those as opposed to another episode of IGW and HWH, because I don't really think I have any more plans for those 2 this season, only because my whole thing with those is just emoting, firing, promoting, and showing. And after a couple episodes each, I don't think there's a lot less I can explore with that. So yeah, that's what I'll probably do. But I've been spending a lot of my time trying to get the 2K25 products to go big Larry.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Diamond Splash goes for a cover.
1, 2.
Almost to the headbutt, with the diving headbutt. My bad there. Oh, big chair strike to the back. Package pile driver. Tapping out some suplex.
Yeah.
Oh, big airplane
Give up.
thing.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Ooh.
1, 2.
Almost had him with that. Excellent catch. Ooh. Oh wait, we got interference. Is that Mr. Perfect? Mr. Perfect, I don't know if you belong in this kind of match here. Looks like something from the Callahan. Oh, his New Jack with that perfect block. Mustafa coming down to help out New Jack. Oh, all matches have 60-minute time limits. I was gonna do unlimited, but I was afraid if one match went on too long, it could glitch out everything, so I put the time limit in as the same as possible. Italian might be in trouble here. Ooh! Are going to be wrecked in the next round, whoever wins, that is. Belly to belly. Oh, the cactus driver.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Callahan with the win. He'll move on. Wow. We're rating 98. Wow. Jeez. Fucking insanity. Who ever thought New Jack would have pretty much a 5-star match? It took Sami Callahan to do it, but it's been done. He moves on to the next round. The next matchup, we got Enzo Amore going against Chad Gable. Winner of that match will face Callahan in the next round. So let's see how that one goes. Tough guy to do. Like, if you would like, I can post like the movesets I have created for New Jack, Beaver, and Sami and Firepro. Now, I don't know how well those will transfer to SmackDown 06, but it'll be a good guide for you for stuff. 911's tough because I've done some light research. I haven't done it yet in PWM, but the only move I know that he did was choke slams. Like, I guess different variances of choke slams, but I gotta do deeper research to know for sure. Because he might be one of the toughest guys I may ever have to do. Like, I may legit, like, snap if I try doing it. Like, I would have to, like, Toyota. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, SmackDown 06, I think that game actually has less moves than Here Comes the King. Like, I think if you're gonna do guys like that, you might be better off with Here Comes the King. But even then, SmackDown 06, it does have stuff that Here Comes the King doesn't have. So, by and large, you should still be able to do those wrestlers reasonably well. And the great thing about, like, Toyota, because they were Japanese. Because Japanese wrestling, a lot of those wrestlers have like really crazy diverse movesets. So even if they don't have some of the moves, they probably have moves that she has done as well. So you definitely have your pick of the litter for her. One day I will do 911 though. I will say after I finally got the Patriot done for this Contender tournament, I might take a little bit of a break from converting wrestlers. I only got 10 left. The next Contender tournament I only need to do 3 guys. But the last one I have to do 7. So it's definitely going to be an interesting pace there.
5 minutes gone.
One blade. And one thing in my research that I learned that is very irritating is when they list like a wrestler's signatures or finishers as they're part of a tag move. Like for example, like all my research when I did Amore, they all gave him like the diving splash as a finisher, but the only finisher from ever doing that is during his tag finish with Big Cass, when he lifts him and throws him down on the guy. So that irritates me because it's like that's not what the move is. Don't make a wrestler finisher one half of the tag team finisher like he does. That'd be like saying Animal's finisher is just him lifting the guy up. You know, it's just like, come on, like don't do that. I know there's exceptions. And the thing is, if he did the splash, even occasionally as a singular move, I would take it. But he never did. And I've done the research, unless somebody can show me otherwise. I'm more than welcome to.
1, 2.
But interesting.
1, 2.
Yeah, I gotta do some deep research in 911 because I would love to put him in, but I need to see him actually do other moves besides choke slams, because if legit all he did was choke slams, I don't know if I can
10 minutes gone.
because I can't have all 5 of his strong grappling moves be choke slams. That's just overkill.
2, 3.
So he might be a very strike punch-based wrestler. That's probably what's gonna end up happening. Some of these more obscure wrestlers, I would love to like interview them and get an idea of what moves they've done, or they think they're, or they are capable of doing, but they haven't really technically done. So I feel like that would help with a lot of the conversion sometimes, because I know a lot of these wrestlers, they can certainly do all sorts of different moves, but the moves they do as their characters different. Like for example, I'm sure that her Ingo can do an 5, but you're never, like, that just doesn't fit the character.
12,
you know.
13, 14.
So let's get back in our 6 time. Oh, counters that ankle out. Yeah, interference coming down. Tiger wrong. I don't know if he's helping that table here. I recognize this flight. Oh, super good though. Is that Finn Balor? It might actually be Finn Balor. Because the way he did that drop kick reminded me of Finn Balor. But I'm not going to do it for sure, but I think it is. Belly to belly slam right into like another one, going for a third. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if I already did her for View Japan Pro. I might have. I'll have to look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, these guys are going so hard in the first round. They're just so worn down. Oh, diving headbutt. Oh, big suplex lands Mori out of the ring.
2.
Yes, it was. I think I actually did move in Hercules Camp. Ooh, running Zia. Oh, he makes him tap to a leg lock. Wow, the power of Enzo Amore. Jack Gable, I guess, just took too much damage. And the 20-minute mark, exactly. Jeez. 92. Man. Big, strong matches starting things off. Let's see if the trend continues here. So, Amori's going to face Callahan in the next round. That should be interesting. Next up, we have Naoto going against the Patriot. Now, the Patriot took me a long time to do, not because he was complex, but because I was kind of doing him a little every day instead of like going hours on end on endless Patriot matches. But what also made him tough was that I was trying to find like matches of him in Japan, and I barely could find anything. And I wanted to, because I know in Japan they have wrestlers do a lot more moves, and I kind of wanted to see him do, other moves. But made the best of it. Let's see how it goes though with this. That'd probably be a fun one. For me, I feel like if I was wrestling, I actually feel like I wear a lot of layers, like Mick Foley, because even when I played football, I wore a lot of like padding, because I was very like hands-on with a lot of stuff, and I kind of wanted to be able to just like do my thing without like feeling like people trying to grab me, and like kind of like a better way to ignore what's going on around me. But at the end of the day, when you go on that mat and you get hit, you're getting hit. This should be interesting. Ooh, Destinio. So this guy here, he is known for his Destinio. He does so many different variations of Destinios, so Patriot has to be careful. Oh, counters this time. Oh, going. Oh, not worn down enough. Looks like he's trying to Patriot himself. Can't trust on. Like, man, I don't really know what my gimmick would be. To be honest, I feel like the only way I would like. I feel like until I actually go through, if I ever go through actual wrestling school and actually learn, pun not intended, the ropes of it, I feel like it's hard to say what would actually work well with me, because yeah, there's moves I like doing with like a creative wrestler in game, but making my guy do a cutter in a game is a lot different than me doing an actual cutter in real life. Because I could do a cutter in real life and be like, oh yeah, no, I'm never doing that move again. That was awful. I can't make that my finisher. I suck at it.
1, 2.
I don't know who's helping me.
5 minutes gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's a King Cobra hole. Like, kind of thing. I need someone who did that. I'm blanking on it, unfortunately. Oh, another Destiny.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna be walking around and stuff. Oh, we got a camera shot there. Yeah, that's a lot of chains there to walk around in. Oh, Schoolboy. Ooh, power bomb.
Come on!
Patriot bomb. Ooh, dodges the attack, but tries to take advantage.
10 minutes gone.
I was thinking the clock. Pile driver. Top. Waiting for him to stand. Patriot missile.
Well.
Power bomb cover. Destiny. Destiny.
1, 2.
I think that other move was not a Destiny. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it is. I don't remember what that is called. It's been a minute. Another pile driver. Man, these guys are hitting their moves hard and fast.
Yup.
Strike training between the predators.
Yup.
Heel kick. Drop kick. Yeah. Oh, Koji clutch, is it enough? Oh, Patriot gives it up. Naito moves on. $90. Wow. Now, next up, we got Brian Pillman and La Parka. Winner of that match will face Naito in the next round, however you pronounce it. Surprised there. Man, a lot of bangers early on in this tournament here. That's a tough one. Like, I feel like that's a tough choice to pick because Black and White Stripe is classic, but it's also it also could be seen as a little bit on the tune side. Orange is definitely more current, and it could be a bit more serious, but at the same time, Orange One jumpsuit has been done quite a bit too. So I don't know if it would stick out in a good way better than Black and White Stripe. That's a tough choice. It really is. I think you almost have to. I think it depends on how the aesthetics of the costume work outside of like colors and patterns compared to how you wear it.
Try to scream, but there
One.
Fake knife, too. that you'll probably have to do an indie show if you're going to carry around a fake knife. Because if you're trying to do kids wrestling with a fake knife, it's not going to fly with that promotion. It does not go into a clean family wrestling show, then a wrestling character brings out a freaking knife to threaten people with. Oh my god, that would put you on the news. Yeah, winner of this is gonna face NATO in the next round. All these opening matches have just hard-hitting long battles. Kind of makes you wonder how the next matches in the next round are gonna go.
1, 2.
Interfere coming down to interfere. Thanks for the help out filter.
5 minutes gone.
Double suplex. Counter. Figure 4.
Give up.
Take a lariat. There could be. You could definitely get creative with it. But you have to have a pretty cool promoter. If you have a promoter that's very OCD on stuff, you might struggle with it. This is real surprising. I don't forget that Nick Patrick is refereeing this tournament here. Is he going for Air Pillman? He is. Air Pillman directing away from the road. Goes for it. Oh, it doesn't go for it.
10 minutes gone.
Oh God, this recovery. It depends on if you want to work matches during them. That's the thing too. So those could be probably pretty bothersome compared to matches, especially if you're taking powerbomb dancing. Light sweepers would work. Oh, Air Pillman. Cover.
1, 2.
So specifically the springboard area is more of an Air Pillman. The top rope one kind of is. Yeah, the name part's always the hard one. Roll up.
1, 2.
Ooh, wow. Ratchet armbar. Oh, and he taps. Wow. Pillman moves on. Thank you one. Ooh. Those next rounds are going to go so quick when I do the part 2 stream. That's what kind of happened last time when I did a split like that, but I don't remember the early matches being so long and epic like these ones have been. But Pillman's going to be facing Naoto in the next round. Coming up, we got Alex Shelley versus Robert Gibson. Battle of the Tag Guys. Let's see how that goes. Maybe like a blues song, like a kind of a really heavy, like slow blues song. But not like old blues, like maybe a blues song from like the 80s or 90s or something. Something with a touch of modernism a little bit. Metal and blues, yeah. Something, yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. Interesting. That'll be an interesting combination there. Is it like dirty blonde, or are you gonna go for like almost white blonde, like platinum? So that was him earlier. I recognize that came over the hole.
One, two, three. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Two.
Hold up.
1, 2. Ah! Ah! 1, 2.
10 minutes gone.
Ah! Two. 3.
Oh, got the wrong angle on that one.
Come on!
Ah, drop kicks him out of the ring.
1, 2.
Strike training.
Kick.
Kick. Drop kick. Go for the Gibson special.
1, 2. Come on!
Tries it again.
1, 2. Ah! Hey, baby!
What a block. Oh, block back.
Ah!
Well, Frank can try. Oh, Frank's one. Interesting. That could be interesting twist there. You could do a lot with that, actually.
2.
For storylines and stuff.
1,
Backslide.
2, 3.
Oh, Kelly with the win. Does it get a over 90 or more, or does it break the streak? Oh, the streak is broken. First non-90 match we've had so far tonight. It's still not a bad match, though. Gibson was competitive, but Shelley just had so many fancy dancy moves. Gibson couldn't keep up. Next up, we got... So we got Mike Sanders against Brian Christopher. Let's see how that goes. Winner's going to face Alex Shelley in the next round. Fight. Interesting. Well, if you draw blood, but I'm sure it's not a family show. Yeah, if he's similar to Blue Jacket for wrestling. Yeah, it was, hi Jim, how you doing? I'm sorry I've kind of been unavailable for the PvP stuff. I've just been super busy lately. But yeah, when I do wrestler conversions, when I stream them, I have to get copyright-free versions of songs. Because if I play the actual song, I will get not only copyright, but I could block the stream. So I have to make sure that I give them an input that it's a cover variation. Thanks. Yeah. And you know what? There's sometimes I find some of the most interesting coverage. There's so many YouTubers actually that do wrestling cover things. That's a big part of their channel. It wasn't that specific one that I took from, but most of the things I take from a guy called NS. He does a lot of wrestling. Another one is like Zombie Rockster or something like that. He does a ton too. ECW style. Well, you better be flexible with the moveset because New Jack's moveset is not very diverse. So, I mean, it might be great starting out because you just need a few moves, but if you're looking to be a bit more diverse, then you're going to be straying away from your New Jack anymore. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Yeah, I haven't been streaming this much. I've been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. I've been trying to work on some WWE 2K25 stuff, and I've been kind of slowly and surely put together some things. I only have one guy left to Patriot. It took a while, and that's because he was like more challenging than usual. I was just going the route of a little every day, so I could like not go insane watching endless Patriot matches. Just fine. I don't always have to do this with a lot of wrestlers. Like a good chunk of them have like a decent amount of information out there and a decent amount of video showcasing the moves where I don't have to do the match watching route. But there's times where with certain wrestlers that I have to do it. That he was one of them. Kickboxing. Oh, strike dance. You can do that for sure. Yeah, it has been a good show tonight. We had a bajillion 90% matches above. So, but the problem though is a lot of those winners are going to be tired in the next round. Also, for the LLW people, part 2. I plan on doing part 2 of this tournament tomorrow. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And then I do need match requests for the next prime time event. They can be any wrestlers for any title, anything. It's a complete blank slate, so pretty much the first 3 requests are going to be on the next prime time event. I'm like 90% sure on that. I'll double check my list of match requests, but I'm like 95% sure that the first 3 are pretty much
10 minutes gone.
But yeah, the winner of the tournament will face Rick Rude for the LLW title. Rick Rude has held on to that title forever. Like, first champion, for a first champion, he's probably one of the strongest first champions ever had on the Fire Pro show. In all honesty, because he's been like really strong with that. Yeah! Like he's beaten all different kinds of wrestlers, all different eras, different match styles, singles, you know, multi-man,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
I kind of did a general review because
16,
pretty much all the moves he's done was like late, like all the move stuff I could find was from like mid 80s to early 90s. It was like old finisher almost. So the moves that I assorted for pretty much I believe all the moves he basically did for the most part. With me, I usually try to do that with all my wrestlers. It depends, because some wrestlers, they go through so many specific gimmicks in their life that sometimes if a person who wants a specific wrestler wants a specific gimmick, or they still kind of reflect that. Like, if someone wants Spike or Undertaker, the finish is obviously a gimmick. But if someone wants, like a ministry poster, that's a little different. Or my personal favorite, Mean Mark Calvin. Or the Mean Mark, or, you know, all sorts of different. Even the three faces of Foley do have some slight areas between like Mankind, Love, and Max Jack, but not they're mostly the same in terms of their spoiler right there. What names rhyme with Broly? You can name him Broly. Will not. I don't know if you'll get copyright strike with that. Just a clip of the cover. $94. Jeez. So out of all of the matches we've had so far, only one has been below 90, and that one was even an 83. So, man, stellar. So Sanders is going to face Alex Shelley in the next round. All right, coming up here, we have a little bit of a different flavor than the last match here. We have the Mountie going against Kevin Von Erich. This should be interesting. Let's see how this goes here. Instead of calling him Big Boss, maybe like Large in Charge or like something like that. Or I don't know. I mean, like some sort of like hockey dollar store equivalent to Big Boss. Like large leader guy. That'd be awful. Like that wouldn't work. Large, that's an awful one. Large. I don't think anything can beat all the multiverses of games that popped up the last several months. Like, freaking, first you got Blue King, the legendary Blue King.
Give up.
Then you have Cove King and Game. That one cracks me up because like, that's such a reach, but it works. Oh man. Sometimes a little bit of truly in wrestling goes a long way. Like I appreciate like legit serious wrestling, but sometimes a little spark of humor can really add to a match and event.
1, 2.
Great perspective.
Yeah.
5 minutes gone.
It's definitely more of a hardcore
6,
like
7,
5 guys who
8,
be like
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, it is interesting. But you know what? Sometimes the most interesting gimmicks are not for kids. Sometimes, ooh, go for to get a tap. Rocket flash. Rocket recovery.
1, 2, 3.
Oh wow, Von Erich gets the one. Instant splash. 85. Well, only 2 are below 90. Man, great first round from these guys. All right, and we got one more match here for the night. The rest of the tournament will be played in a part 2 event, which will be streaming tomorrow. But yeah, last match here, main event-esque in a way. De Niro against Corbin here. Winner will face Kevin Von Erich in the next round. See how it goes. New Japan could, depending on, because New Japan is kind of dicey. All Japan definitely. Maybe DDT has injected humor with it. Now, if you're going for super hardcore, you're going to have to kind of hardcore equivalent with Japan. Because New Japan, they might, but it's like, it's kind of a toss-up. Because even though New Japan isn't like entertainment style like WWE, they do kind of lean more towards that area a bit more often than other Japanese promotions in that area. FMW definitely would have worked for FMW. The problem there is, does FMW, did they get revived again? Because I don't remember if they did. I thought I read somewhere they were revived some years ago. I'm not sure. But yeah, in terms of like character and style, yeah. But storytelling wise, if you're looking to do some storytelling stuff, I don't know what. Because Japanese wrestling promotions typically aren't super story driven. Yeah! The closest one I can think of is New Japan, but even them, they're not super story driven. Like, it's pretty basic. Like, really, in all honesty, most wrestling promotions, like, in terms of being super story driven, WWE does it the most by far. Like, second place is really close to WWE. So they're kind of on an island of their own. Most wrestling promotions really just focus wrestling first and story second. So if you want to be more story driven as a wrestler, you're probably going to want to go to WWE. AEW kind of more like they just let you wrestle to wherever they want. Like there. So if you're a story driven guy, you've got a few guys there that want to do it with you, you're pretty much good to go. Yeah!
Up. Give up. Give up.
TNA's kind of balanced. You could probably get away with it a little bit in TNA, but again, I'm a little unsure on that. Baron Corbin's kind of competing with a lot of big moves early on. Hell yeah. It would be a fun game. You can certainly do a lot of fun stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wrong button there. Sorry, wrong wrong button there. 88. Okay, close. If it went on a couple minutes longer, it probably would have. But yeah, out of all these, to have only three like in the 80s and the rest in the 90s, that's pretty good work there. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. For those of you who participate in TWN, with all the between all the wrestler scouting I did for LLW stuff and all the potential guys that are going to be added to the free agency list when I get further confirmation from prior TWN owners on their old rosters, you guys are going to have a lot of guys to pick from. So I'm probably not going to really do a lot of wrestler additions this season. So so if you have any aspirations for people who aren't already in there, you might have to wait a while because I got my hands full there. That's tough because it's funny because here's the thing, WWE owns those character gimmicks and stuff. Like I know the wrestlers have some rights when it comes to that, but here's the thing: if WWE makes a, because WWE even back then, like throughout their history, they always made a big deal that the guy they hire has to have like a different thing than who they are in real life, so to avoid like when they leave to avoid stuff like that. But if that's the case, then why not take advantage of it? Like, so once they leave, you just bury the whole thing. Then what's the point of giving them a separate thing if you're never going to use it after they leave? Do you honestly just think they're just going to be okay with that thing and just stay there forever? I mean, not everyone's the Undertaker. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's good. Mountie. Oh, but yeah, like what's stopping them from? I don't know. And here's the thing, like, and I think a lot of it too is well, because I feel like when it comes to like old wrestlers, I feel like the most use they get out of them is having them featured in video games. In order to do that, they got to give them a Legends deal, and I don't know if the Mountie had enough staying power to be in to get a Legends deal. Because yeah, he won the IC title, but he wasn't the Mountie there. I think long enough, you know and he couldn't do it as tag because this other guy, like his tag partner, I think he's Pac now. He kind of is an indie legend right now. He's going to be in a future contenders tournament soon. Um, but yeah, but yeah, I wish they would put more characters in these games. Here's my thing: I get their WWE games, and this is something I've said about all the WWE 2K games. But you own all this stuff, not just WWE stuff, but other wrestling stuff in general. Put them in the game. Make it like if you're going to be a true wrestling simulation, actually own up to it because it feels weird. And this has always been a WWE 2K problem. Some years it's better than others. Like this last few installments, it's better, but but it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, it's a wrestling simulation, so I'm gonna do lucha lucha underground, and it doesn't really, and it's not kind to lucha underground stuff. Like if you're gonna be a wrestling simulating game, then be true to that, at least to the promotions that you own. Like give you the ability to do stuff that's more in the spirit of something like a WCW or something like that, something that you really use a lot of. Because because in my opinion, if your whole game's based around WWE isms, you're probably better off just sticking to that when you do the creation stuff. Because that's the way the game's based. It's kind of like in Fire Pro here, because even though we love doing like wrestling storylines and stuff, the game isn't kind to it. It's more favored toward Japanese style wrestling. So you just go with that, the better it comes out. That's kind of the same thing with the WWE 2K games. Now, having said all that, will that stop me from doing that ECW Universe mode but despite the freaking limiting community creations out right now for PS4? Yes, no, it won't. I'm still gonna do it. But but yeah, but that's a bit slow moving, and a lot of that isn't due to like anyone's fault but 2K because they chose to split up the community creations, and I, as a fool, overestimated how much stuff is going to be on there so early on, especially for ECW stuff. But it's gonna happen though. Don't worry on that. for the 2K people. All right, so here's how it's gonna look the next round here. In the next round, we got Callahan going against Namori, Naoto going against Brian Pillman, Shelley against Sanders, Von Erich again, and Von Erich against Dinero. That's going to be tomorrow's stream, part two. If anything changes for tomorrow, I'll update you guys, but that's the plan for tomorrow. So in terms of long-term streaming schedule, um, so for anyone interested, also first off, like I said earlier in the stream, if anyone wants to do match requests, because my LLW stuff, a lot of it's driven through match requests for stream events. So if anyone has match requests for any wrestler, even for any title event, just let me know. Like, it's pretty blank slate right now, so pretty much the first three matches are going to be on the next LLW primetime event, which will probably be relatively soon. So you can post them here on the channel Discord or wherever. Um, but outside of that, I'm gonna try to be working on an eFed for WWE 2K in the meantime while I work on the ECW Universe mode. Um, it's gonna be in the same world as RCW stuff, but it's not gonna feature RCW people or anything. So far, the leading thing for the name is Big Time Wrestling, the return of Big Time Wrestling. It used to be an old promotion under NWA in Michigan area back in the day. I thought it'd be fun to possibly bring that back. That's been the top vote so far across Discord and YouTube in the two polls. So that's probably gonna be that unless something changes. I don't have a deadline yet, but that's what it's looking like so far. The way that's gonna happen is we're gonna do a stream or two. It depends. Um, of of forming wrestlers. Now 2K WWE 2K they have a random wrestler creator, and we're gonna use that to create a base roster. And for their move sets, I'm hoping there's a randomizer for that. If not, we'll have to improvise on the randomizer for that. But we're gonna create a base roster there, and then long term, if we want to add more guys, I'll just do it off screen. Probably do the same thing with arenas and belts even. So if anyone wants to participate in that, let me know. It's just a fun little eFed where we do just funny stories with funny characters and stuff. Pretty much like RCW, but probably even a quicker setup. Because when we formed RCW, we went through like 2 games before we got to 2K24. So I had to do a lot of recreating on a lot of stuff. um, so that's definitely something to keep in mind there for anyone interested. But yeah, that's so in terms of that, if anyone's interested, just let me know and I can stream on their schedule. I might just stream it anyway, and if you get anyone pops up, because while I like to have people partake in it, it's definitely something that I could certainly do live, get the ball rolling, and whoever is able to join can join. Um, Let me think. For that, I might try to do that sometime next week, but it just depends. Because I know Eli, I know you wanted to book XAW shows soon, so I'll probably take priority over that. So either way, the eFed stuff for 2K25, I'll probably get that going when legit everything else is caught up and I have time and I want to stream. But if someone's available to partake in that at a select time, I can certainly work with that too. So I'm pretty flexible all around with that stuff. But yeah, but if that's something that interests anybody, let me know and we can have some fun with it. My overall goal, like I said, my overall goal for the let me save this too for the WWE 2K25 stuff. There's gonna be a lot of it this year. I want to try to do as much as possible for that game this year. Assume I don't get burnt out, of course. They could. Oh, nice for you to be able to join, Gray Man. Unfortunately, we're just concluding it, but we can do some talk planning here. But yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Um, But yeah, there will be, like I said, there will be more of the contenders tournament tomorrow, the rest of it, and then if anyone has match requests, the first three will be on the next primetime episode. But yeah, in terms of 2K25, the current pacing right now for that is odds are what will probably happen is EFED stuff will probably go first because I want to put more time to allow community creators to upload more ECW stuff. Really, the biggest thing right there is the wrestlers, they're coming slowly, but I'm getting a few over time. By the time it's all said and done, I should have a respectable roster of ECW guys between the 97 99 era, with maybe some exceptions depending on if people want to see guys like Superstar Steve Austin and Cactus Jack and whatever. Um, the biggest thing actually is arenas because I want to try to be as authentic as possible with arenas, and I'm just not finding anything there. There's some ECW inspired stuff, but there's not any authentic ECW stuff, which is really kind of dragging it. And it sucks because 80% of the shows and pay-per-views of the ECW era was from one arena. So if once I get that one arena, I'm almost set to go. So I might cave and take a download from 2K24, which is still up, and like try to replicate it in 2K25 as best as I can. I might end up doing that with some arenas if they're around. I'm not going to do that with wrestlers. I'm not going down that wrestler rabbit hole. That's for sure. Um, yeah, the only wrestler creation I really plan on doing for 2K25 is for the eFed. And a lot of that we're just doing random stuff. So I plan on cruising through that wrestler creation quite a bit. So for anyone that's interested in that, if they were into RCW stuff and they want to partake more in stuff like that, just let me know. I can set up a time whenever they're free and we can do some eFed creation stuff. Because what I'll probably do is I'll probably do a stream or two of wrestler creation depending on how long the randomizing takes. Then I'll probably do stuff dedicated towards arenas and belts. It won't take it won't take nearly as long a setup as RCW. It'll probably be pretty quick, and once we get those set up, we'll be good to go. I don't plan on doing it in universe mode because I already plan on doing at least one, probably two universe mode runs in the game with ECW, and I assume probably later this year, probably closer to fall, I'll probably do an Attitude Era run or an Invasion run or something, whatever wins out. When I do a poll, then because that Attitude Era and Saturday Night's Main Event packs are coming in the fall, and I want to take advantage of those. So that's probably what to expect there. Um, and probably also a GM mode review at some point. I don't know when though, because I figured the EFED stuff would probably be the easiest too, and I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do for GM mode, how I'm gonna run it, so I'm kind of waiting on that a little bit. Um, but yeah, um, but yeah, but that EFED creation stuff, I'll probably, I'll probably, I'll try to maybe do something next week. But like I said, I mean, if people are interested, let me know when you'd like to partake, and we'll set a time aside. And so we'll just see what happens with that. Um, but yeah, I don't have anything else. TWN stuff, there's not really anything going on at the moment. Um, I do know that like I said, like two more World Tour events. I'll probably do both in April. That's probably where the pace is. So expect like the TWN, the wrap up of the regular season of TWN to be like very late April, very early May, and then we'll do a big like pay-per-view TWN event to like title winners and stuff, and then we'll head towards the the climax event. What it was either called Network One or War One. I gotta look what I put. and and then we'll go from there. And then once we get to the off season, we'll we have there'll be some stuff to adjust in the off season. Not anything super crazy, not really anything changing necessarily, but more just like expanding a little bit more than anything. But there's also a good chance I may want to take a mini break from it and maybe do like a side project I wanted to try to do in either. Well, it could be in 2K25, but it could also be in Fire Pro 2. It just depends on what people are vibing with. Um, so that'll be something for then. But for now, that's kind of what it is. So if any TWN people, promoters, if you want to do shows or pay-per-views before the end of the season, let me know and put the booking in because I'll probably accept booking. I'll even accept booking for shows and pay-per-views even past the 8th World Tour event because I gotta plan the pay-per-view and everything. So anything between those is probably fair game. But 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 it's gonna be a pretty tight window when it gets to them. Like right now, like at minimum, you everyone has about a month to do some stuff. Um, and once we get there, then and once we get to the conclusion of the season, then we'll kind of get things going in the off season, see how things go from there. Also, for some of you TWN guys, go through the Hall of Fame section because if you have guys that are very close to qualifying for the Hall of Fame status, you definitely want to try to get them there because there hasn't been most got like 90% of the time if you qualify for the Hall of Fame you get in. If you get a guy in a Hall of Fame, you have them forever. There's no resetting it. So so the more you can get Hall of Fame, the more guys you have in your back pocket that don't affect you, which is great to have. Um, so definitely keep an eye out because then, if for example, let's say you have like Dean Malenko and the only thing he has left to qualify is winning a promotion title, then just book him to try to win a promotion title. If he wins it, then he qualifies, and then there you go. So stuff like that. Any questions on that, of course, let me know. Yeah, but outside of that, I don't think there's much else. Like I said, there will be a stream tomorrow, part two of the Contenders tournament. I don't know what time that'll be. Probably like late afternoon, early evening ish. It could be even be later than that. It's hard to say with time specifics, but because I feel like every time I give specifics, I never match up with it. So I don't give out specifics because I never reach that expectation. So I guess keep an eye out, and then see if see how quick it goes, depending on how worn out the guys are. Um, but yeah, but yeah. So in terms of the eFed stuff, if you are interested and you're not in the Campy Discord, um, probably join the Campy Discord because I'll be doing a lot of the talky setup through there. And when I'm setting this up, like anyone who wants to partake, you can have a lot of say in how it goes. Like it's a pretty free forming thing. So if you kind of want to partake in a wrestling e-fed without with like a lot less of the setup work, because I pretty much do all the setup work, which I love doing, but I do all the setup work, so it might be a good way to like have the fun of the wrestling e-fed without necessarily work because it takes time and not everyone has the time to do that, which is fine because it can be tricky sometimes to set up an e-fed. Um, but yeah, but I think long term planning is at some point I'm gonna pick a game that isn't a yearly release and have RCW in the new eFed promotion kind of in that same universe, and we can kind of get fun and creative there. So I do plan on bringing back RCW eventually, and we thought about bringing it back in 2K25, but it's just too much work, and I'd rather just start fresh and get the ground running, instead of spending so much time porting over the RCW guys again, because I was so close to doing it in 2K24. I was almost done, and I just ran out of steam. Um, but yeah, um, But yeah, the big trick, also as a hint for people who do want to participate in the setup, the biggest thing to where we're gonna try to do when we're setting this up is not base the wrestlers off guys who we already kind of did mock recreations in RCW. Like for example, like in RCW we did a mock Edge and Christian, so we shouldn't do an Edge and Christian mock in a in this new EFED. So we're gonna have to kind of think a little bit because unfortunately we did a lot of popular guys in RCW, so we're gonna have to think a little bit on this time around. Um, But yeah, outside of that, I do welcome ideas for wrestlers too. If anyone has ideas for even promotion names, new promotion names, I'll take any wrestler concepts they want to shoot for. I'll take too, or even belts, arenas, or even backstories. I mean, all sorts of stuff. Just let me know through the Discord or even the community chat section, and we'll do that too. But yeah, but I'll update more and talk more tomorrow when we do the part 2 stream on it. But yeah, but in terms of the first setup for the EFED, it's either gonna happen one or two ways. Either somebody reaches out and we set up a time to do it together, or I do it when I can and I'm vibing with it, and whoever is able to hop in can hop in. And if they contribute after the fact, they contribute after the fact. So we'll just see what happens with that. Um, But yeah, outside of all that, that's going to do it for this one here, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys want to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab in our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.